Welcome back. Markets are mixed this morning as the Dow Industrials post a 5-day losing streak. Investors are getting set for Inauguration Day. We want to bring in Ambassador Jack Brewer. He's CEO of the Brewer Group and a former NFL star. Jack, good to see you.
Good to see you.
You know, I've been calling this now a show-me market because I feel like investors want to see actual proof and evidence that we will see the very reasons that lifted it after Election Day. You say what?
No question. I'm waiting to see what these tax policies come back looking like. I think the entire market will continue to be positive as long as we see some great tax reform. And obviously, you know, with the issues surrounding health care and cost out there, people just want to see a little bit of action. I think obviously we've seen a great Trump rally so far, and I plan to see a big first quarter.
So you think the market does come back then?
No question.
Once we get the evidence that, in fact, we'll see taxes come down and regulations come down?
No doubt. I mean, right now, just like you going into any big event, you know, people's focus right now is the inauguration. You have all kinds of news going on. So, you know, the markets haven't been as active. But I think, you know, people, once they see that, you know, Trump policies are real and we really can, you know, lower taxes and empower small businesses again in this country, I think you'll see a great run.
Even though the Dow is now in the red for the year to date as of yesterday, you still have the Dow's up roughly 7.5% since Trump's election. And you have gains across the board, especially on the Russell 2000. To put that in perspective, even though people kind of pulled back a little bit, you've still had an incredible rally since November. No
doubt. It's so early in the game. I mean, listen, we're going into Inauguration Day. We've all been waiting for January 20th. Some people can't even believe that we're here about to inaugurate Donald Trump as our president.
It's amazing.
It is.
And look at how people are feeling. We've got fresh Fox News polls out. Shows that the economy is expected to be better. Americans are feeling optimistic. 66% are optimistic about the economy. That is 17 points higher than how they felt this time last year. What role do you think President-elect Trump's plans, his economic plan, plays in that?
This is all Trump.
Yeah, I agree with you, yeah.
I think it just shows you that, you know, American business men and women, investors, and those that really understand the economy, understand that the importance of tax reform, and they really see, I know for myself, you know, the regulation that we have to deal with. My entire industry, being an investment advisory firm, you know, working with different clients, just having that sense of, man, I may be able to go out there and just focus on really building my business again. It really feels good.
We got to get you this breaking news right now because President-elect Trump has named Woody Johnson, the owner of the New York Jets, as his ambassador to Britain. I thought that was really interesting when I saw that last night. He announced it at a lunch yesterday. What's your take on that? Woody Johnson, ambassador to the UK.
I absolutely love it. You know, Woody, has, you know, he's charismatic. He's you know, done so many different things in business, and obviously what he does with the New York Jets and being a part of the National Football League royalty, so to speak. I think it's great. It's great for the country. I think he'll do an amazing job. He has contacts across the world, obviously, and has done some tremendous amount of business, you know, outside the U.S. borders. And those are the type of people that we need. We need entrepreneurs. We need people who can go out there with creativity and represent our country on the largest stages.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, you know, you talk about tax policy, but when I talk to businessmen and women in small-town America, they're really excited about the regulations being released. And orders are up for all kinds of businesses in my town. And I think it's because of this anticipation of regulations, more so even than the taxes.
Yeah. Wall Street Journal's editorial today about, I think it's titled "The Audacity of Trump."
Yeah.
And they point out that every single policy decision coming out of this new White House needs to be scrubbed with growth. Like, everything has to be looked at. Is this going to grow this country? Period.
It's all about growth.
Right.
And that was his priority the entire campaign. And frankly, that's what business people have said for the last several years, because this is an economy that has not grown more than 3% under President Obama. I don't think that this is one of the very few administrations that we haven't seen economic growth above 3% in several years. And I think it's partly because of the regulatory hurdles.
It is. And we started the show talking about how do we bring this country together. And President Obama said, you know, we're not red America, we're not blue America. I think we're green America. And I think when we all feel that prosperity, and if it spreads across the country as it looks like it's going to be, I think that's going to be when we unify.